Here's the truth. The very medication you were told that would protect your heart might actually be raising your blood sugar and pushing you closer to diabetes. Now, most people have no idea this happens, and honestly, they don't hear about it until their fasting glucose starts creeping up or they're suddenly being told they're pre-diabetic for the first time in their lives. So let's unpack what's really happening. Statins work by blocking an enzyme in your liver called HMG-CoA reductase. That's how they lower LDL cholesterol. But that same pathway also produces CoQ10, a molecule your mitochondria absolutely rely on for energy production. And when CoQ10 drops, your muscle cells and your pancreas become less efficient, less insulin sensitive, and slower in processing glucose. And when insulin can't do its job well, your body compensates by releasing more of it, which causes hyperinsulinemia, which raises blood sugar over time. That alone increases diabetes risk, but it gets even more interesting because not all statins behave the same. The more potent ones, atorvastatin and rosuvastatin, are the ones most consistently linked with new onset diabetes. And if you're already insulin resistant, which is most people who get prescribed a statin in the first place, you're even more vulnerable. It's like adding fuel to a metabolic fire that's already burning. And here's the truth bomb. Most patients never hear this. The FDA added a warning about increased blood sugar on the statins years ago, but unless you read the tiny print or your doctor happens to mention it, and many don't, you'd never know to watch for rising glucose or A1C. Now here's something else that's rarely mentioned. Because statins lower CoQ10, many people develop muscle aches, fatigue, and lower exercise tolerance. CoQ10 supplementation has been shown to help with these side effects, and it may even support better mitochondrial function to reduce some of that metabolic stress statins create. So the typical dose is about 100 to 200 milligrams per day of ubiquinol, the more bioavailable form. You usually take it with a meal that contains fat. It doesn't erase the diabetes risk, but it can support the very system statins impact the most, your mitochondria. Now, let me be clear. This doesn't mean that statins are bad. They have a place, and nobody should just stop a medication without talking to their doctor. But it does mean you deserve full, transparent information, especially when the medication intended to improve your health may quietly be working against your metabolism. And if you're following a low-carb or ketogenic diet and your fasting glucose isn't improving the way you expected, it may not be your diet, it might be your statin. So if this opened your eyes or if your numbers have been drifting in the wrong direction, ask your doctor whether the type of statin, the dosage, or alternative might be more appropriate for you. These conversations matter, and sometimes a small adjustment can make a big difference. And if you want to understand insulin resistance at its root, go watch my video on how it really starts and what you can do today to reverse it. I'll put it at the end of this video. It's Dr. Rose. I'll see you in the next video.